During a press conference, TBI tells us that Summer Wells is last seen outside of her home at 110 Ben Hill Road. But her mom and dad tells us that she went missing from inside the basement. Shortly after 11 a.m. on June 16, 2021, TBI changed the endangered child alert to an Amber Alert. And they said that Amber Alerts are reserved for children who are in imminent danger. What led them to believe that Summer was in imminent danger? Where did this new information come from? Candace told the Roger Real Review that for some reason TBI did not believe that Summer was abducted. But Candace did not understand that. She said it didn't make sense to her because Summer wasn't there. So if TBI didn't believe that Summer was abducted, then what was it that they thought was causing her imminent danger? Candace and Don have stuck to their story, even now 2 years later, that Summer was abducted. They have been on numerous YouTube channels, and they have also been on a couple news stations and went to Dr. Phil and the behavior panel. All of this supposedly was in an attempt to keep Summer's face and name out and bring awareness to her case and hopefully bring their daughter home. This is what Don and Candace said. However, Candace could never answer the hard questions. She really didn't answer very many questions at all. The photo on your screen right now is a pretty good depiction of how Candace answers questions about Summer and about the day anytime after 3:30 or about what may have really happened to Summer. She runs, she hides, she cries, she gets mad, and she says that she feels interrogated, and she does not want to answer any of these questions because she doesn't want to be interrogated anymore. That's what she said on Dr. Phil just before she pulled her wires off and left the stage. That's right, she left the stage. She refused to answer any more questions regarding what might have happened to Summer that day. And from then on, all the way to this very day, she's pretty much done the same thing. She'll get on panels with people and she'll laugh and joke and talk, and she makes friends and she enjoys having these friends and supporters. But if anybody comes on any of those panels to ask Candace a serious question about Summer, she shuts down. She will not answer. But Candace did say something on someone's panel a while back that kind of raised red flags for me. I'm going to let you listen to what she said, and then I will come back and explain my opinion to you about what she said. So hold on just 1 second. Let me show you something.
Do you know that I went out towards back in the holler today?
You did?
Yeah, I went back in the holler today.
What for?
Just to look, just to be a nosy little bitch. I was looking for Summer and any evidence of anything.
Right.
I do that on a daily basis when I leave this house.
Okay, so Candace said that every day she goes back up in the holler and looks for Summer and any evidence of anything that she may find. Do we believe that she is really doing this? Or is she saying that because for so long, so many people have said that she should be out looking for Summer, and, like giving her a hard time about not looking for her. Because up until now, she has not looked for her, and they say they haven't looked for her. But now that story changes to she's going back in the holler every day looking for Summer or evidence. So let's say that we do believe that she's doing that. My opinion on that is that she is either returning to the scene of the crime for whatever happened to Summer, or maybe she's returning back there in the holler to where she knows Summer was at one time, maybe even where Summer is right now. Because most of us know that when people commit a crime against another human, a lot of times they will return to the scene of the crime. Also, a lot of people will go back to an area where they put a person if they done something to them. So this is a very strong opinion of mine, and it is just my opinion. It is not a fact. I am not claiming it to be a fact. And some people may not like that I stated that as an opinion, but just remember that we are all entitled to our opinions, and a part of me strongly believes that Candace may be responsible for whatever happened to Summer, whether it be an accident or something done on purpose. I've always felt that way, and now she's told us that she is going to the back of the holler every day. I've always also felt like that Summer may be out there in that holler somewhere. I still think she is. And the investigator thinks she is too. Matter of fact, I've got a little clip of him saying that.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by, because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Good evening. Tonight, a change in the effort to locate missing 5-year-old girl Summer Wells. Plus, there's a possible new lead that could explain what happened to the little girl.
Tonight, we have exclusive Sky 5 video from the search site, and News Channel 5's Nick Barris tells us a shift in strategy now focuses on the possibility of foul play.
And now the strategy moving forward has changed. Crews have spent long days the past 2 weeks doing line searches, as you see here in a field just across from the home. Others hit the woods using bloodhounds, but never finding the girl's scent. So the incident commander says crews are scaling back search operations to focus on more specialized searches. This comes as more attention goes to the possibility that Summer was the victim of foul play.
Okay, so you heard the investigator say that he thinks that Summer is close by. And you also heard the news channel repeat law enforcement saying that a new lead that they received made them change their strategy, and that they now believe Summer may have been the victim of foul play. Who do you think they believe is responsible for the foul play? Well, here's Candace again telling us that she's scared of falling down the stairs.
And if I wasn't too scared to fall down the staircase, I'd go show you all her toys. Alright, I don't want to fall in that big giant hole.
Yeah.
That would be my luck. I would fall and nobody would hear me scream for help.
Well, could Summer have fell down the stairs? Something definitely happened to Summer June the 15th of 2021, and honestly, I don't believe that we have been told the truthful story. I don't even believe we've been told an accurate timeline. The next clip tells you about them being the center of the investigation. That tells me that TBI really believed that they were probably the main suspect.
Almost immediately, Summer's parents became the center of a police investigation.
Summer's parents, Candace and Dawn, had something to do with this, or have you ruled that out?
We haven't ruled anything out. Everything's possible.
So they haven't not named any suspects, but they won't rule the parents out. After 2 years, they still have not ruled the parents out. So we are going to jump over here for just a minute to this law enforcement policy and procedures for reports of missing and abducted children. This is a model that I have downloaded, and it was developed by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and revised in October of 2011. So, if we look right here at the overview, it says reports of missing children can be among the most challenging and emotionally charged cases a law enforcement agency will ever experience. The attitude and approach an agency and its officers take in responding to reports of missing children may very well determine whether the child is recovered promptly and safely or remains missing for months or years, or even worse, never recovered. Each stage of the case, therefore, from initial investigation through successful recovery, forms a critical component of a thorough law enforcement response. It also says that officers should be aware they might encounter several types of missing child cases, each with their own unique response requirements. They have 5 different types of cases listed, and they are non-family abduction, family abduction, runaway, thrown away, and the last one, which is the one that Summer Wells falls under, the lost, injured, or otherwise missing. That one says a child is defined as a child who has disappeared under unknown circumstances. The incident may range from the child wandering away and becoming lost to the child being abducted, wherein no one witnessed the act. These circumstances sometimes involve foul play, where those who reported the incident are attempting to cover up a crime involving a child. Now, let me read that one more time for you, just the last part, and you pay close attention to what I am saying here, okay? So, the type of missing child case that Summer Wells falls under is called the lost, injured, or otherwise missing. This type of case is that a child is defined as a child who has disappeared under unknown circumstances. I think we've heard that before. The incident may range from the child wandering away and becoming lost to the child being abducted, wherein no one witnessed the act. We've definitely heard both of those scenarios. So these circumstances sometimes involve foul play. The foul play where those reporting the incident, which would be the parents in this case, are attempting to cover up a crime involving the child. I just read you that straight from the policies and procedures set forth by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Swing right there off that tree. She loved to play right there in that yard.
That was her favorite spot to be. So whoever took her had to actually come up into the yard and take her. And I don't understand because, like, my neighbor heard her scream, but I didn't hear her scream because I was in the house with the boys trying to find her. And I guess when my neighbor heard her scream, I was actually in the house and the TV was going. So I didn't even hear the scream.
Wait a minute. Candace just said that she did not hear Summer scream because she was inside the house when she screamed. Well, first of all, how does she know when she screamed? Okay, that's number one. And number two, I thought Candace told us that Summer was inside and Candace was outside over helping her mom fix a knee brace. But now she's telling us the opposite, that Summer was outside and Candace was in the house. Did you catch that? Now listen to Don elaborate just a little bit more about this alleged kidnapping.
He painted a vivid picture of a kidnapping, telling me a neighbor likely heard Summer scream.
I think whoever grabbed her probably had her mouth covered, and I think she was gasping for air by the time she got down through here somewhere because our neighbor heard a scream, a really funny scream. I think they just carried her to a vehicle and threw her in there and took her somewhere far away from here.
But the sheriff said,
I recall, it's been a couple months ago, I think that was unfounded.
Listen closely to the end of the next clip.
The dogs had a pretty good track for a little while, but then it disappeared, but they lost scent when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different type, where they maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
So you heard Ronnie Lawson tell you that the dog lost the scent when it went from the gravel to the pavement. Common sense tells you the scent trail went down the gravel driveway to the road, not the dog trail that is in the woods and has no gravel.
She was last seen walking away from her home on Ben Hill Road, and that was the last she was seen.
Who said that Summer was last seen walking away from her home? Who are they getting this information from? And Candace has said several times that it would not have happened if she was there, and that nobody would have treated Summer that way if she was there. What does she mean by that? I'd also like to know, why did Candace upload to Facebook and then quickly delete this photo of Summer in that purple dress and her brothers are in the background? This was posted June the 15th at 6:06 p.m. on Candace Wells' Facebook page, and then was not long later deleted. Was it supposed to be part of her fake picture collage, you know, like the swimming hole videos and the milk jug video? Was she trying to use this picture to show that Summer was inside the house at 6:06 p.m.? I have a lot more questions where Candace is concerned, but for the sake of time, we will save those for another day. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Thank you.